Dogs are our best friends and faithful companions, but sometimes their actions can be a little confusing. Have you ever wondered why your furry friend rolls in stinky stuff, barks at the vacuum cleaner, or chases their tail? Well, look no further, because we're here to decode these strange behaviors and help you understand what your dog is trying to tell you. Without further ado, let's get started. 1. Chasing her tail. Tail chasing in dogs can be a sign of boredom, anxiety, or a lack of exercise. Dogs that are left alone for long periods of time, or are not given enough physical and mental stimulation, can resort to tail chasing as a way to pass the time. It can also be a sign of an underlying medical issue, such as flea infestation or gastrointestinal problems. In some cases, tail chasing can also be a symptom of obsessive-compulsive disorder. However, it's important to note that tail chasing can also be a natural and harmless behavior for some dogs. Some breeds, such as terriers, have a strong instinct to chase and hunt, and tail chasing can be a way for them to fulfill this urge. So, how can you tell if your dog's tail chasing is a cause for concern? Observing their behavior and body language is key. If your dog is obsessively chasing their tail, causing injury or showing signs of distress, it's important to consult a veterinarian to rule out any underlying health issues. If your dog's tail chasing is more sporadic and playful, it may simply be a way for them to have some fun. In this case, providing plenty of exercise and mental stimulation can help to reduce the frequency of this behavior. 2. Licking you. If you're a dog owner, you've probably experienced the wet kisses of a playful pup. But what does it mean when your dog constantly licks you or other objects? Licking can serve a variety of purposes for dogs. It can be a way for them to communicate affection, as well as a means of self-grooming. Dogs can also lick as a way to explore their environment and taste new things. But excessive licking can also indicate an underlying issue, such as boredom, anxiety, or an illness. For example, if your dog is constantly licking the same spot, it could be a sign of an injury or skin irritation. If they're constantly licking themselves, it could indicate a flea infestation or a more serious health issue, such as a food allergy. So, what can you do to address excessive licking? The first step is to observe your dog's behavior and determine if there is a medical cause. If there is, it's important to seek the advice of a veterinarian. If there is no medical issue, providing plenty of mental and physical stimulation can help to reduce boredom-related licking. It's also important to set boundaries with your dog when it comes to licking. While it can be endearing, excessive licking can become a nuisance and even lead to health issues if not addressed. 3. Head cocking. If you've ever seen your dog tilt their head to the side in a quizzical expression, you're not alone. This behavior is a common and often adorable response to new or confusing stimuli. Head cocking is a sign of curiosity and interest in what's going on around them. It's often a response to a new sound or something they don't understand. By tilting their head, dogs are able to better perceive and analyze their surroundings, and they may also be trying to gain a better understanding of what's been communicated to them. However, head cocking can also be a sign of hearing loss in older dogs or a symptom of an ear infection. If you notice that your dog is tilting their head frequently, or if they seem to be in pain or discomfort, it's important to seek the advice of a veterinarian. So, what can you do to encourage healthy head cocking behavior? The best way to encourage this behavior is to provide plenty of new and exciting experiences for your dog. From new toys and scents to new people and places, exposing your dog to a variety of stimuli can help to keep their mind and body active and engaged. 4. Eating poop. Eating poop is definitely one of those strange dog behaviors they're less than thrilled about, but it is important to understand why dogs engage in this behavior and how to address it. The scientific term for eating poop is coprophagia, and it's a behavior that can be both normal and abnormal. Some dogs will eat the feces of other animals as a way to get nutrients or to clean up their environment. This behavior can be especially common in mother dogs who will eat the poop of their puppies to keep their living area clean. However, coprophagia can also be a sign of an underlying health issue, such as malnutrition or a gastrointestinal problem. It can also be a symptom of boredom or anxiety, and some dogs will engage in this behavior when they're stressed or anxious. So, what can you do to discourage coprophagia? The first step is to rule out any underlying medical issues by consulting with a veterinarian. If there is no medical cause, providing plenty of exercise and mental stimulation can help to reduce boredom-related coprophagia. It's also important to keep your dog's environment clean and to immediately clean up any feces in your home or yard. This will reduce the opportunities for your dog to engage in coprophagia and help to keep their living area hygienic. 5. Howling. Howling is a way for dogs to communicate with each other over long distances and can also serve as a form of group bonding. Howling can also be a response to a stimulus, such as the sound of a siren or the howl of another dog. However, excessive howling can also indicate a problem, such as separation anxiety or boredom. If your dog is howling for long periods of time, or if it's disrupting your household, it's important to identify the underlying cause and address it. To reduce howling, you can provide plenty of mental and physical stimulation for your dog. This can include regular exercise, interactive toys, and training sessions. If your dog is howling due to separation anxiety, it's important to address the anxiety itself, either through training or medication. It's also important to set boundaries with your dog when it comes to howling because the truth is, while howling is natural, excessive howling can quickly become a nuisance. 6. Humps you, objects, or other dogs. Now let's talk about a behavior that can be a little embarrassing and confusing. Humping. Humping can be a natural behavior for dogs, and it can occur for a variety of reasons. For some dogs, humping is a sign of dominance or a way to assert their social status. Dogs may hump other dogs, people, or objects as a way to establish dominance over those objects. For other dogs, humping is a way to relieve stress or anxiety. Humping can be a form of self-stimulation and can help dogs to relieve pent-up energy or nervousness. Humping can also be a sign of an underlying medical issue, such as an endocrine disorder. If your dog is humping excessively, it's important to consult with a veterinarian to rule out any underlying medical problems. When it comes to humping other dogs or people, it's important to supervise your dog and intervene if necessary. If humping is disruptive or inappropriate, it's important to redirect the dog's behavior and provide positive reinforcement for alternative behaviors. 7. Staring. Staring is another behavior that many dog owners are familiar with. When your dog is staring at you, it can mean many things, as it's important to understand the context of the behavior. For some dogs, staring is a way to communicate love and affection. When a dog is gazing deeply into your eyes, it can be a sign of a strong bond and connection. This is known as mutual gaze and is thought to release oxytocin, a hormone associated with love and bonding. Staring can also be a way for dogs to communicate a need or request. For example, if your dog is staring at their food bowl, they may be hungry and asking for a meal. Similarly, if your dog is staring at you with a ball in their mouth, they may be asking to play. Staring can also be a sign of aggression, particularly if the dog is staring at another dog or person in an intense or challenging way. In these cases, it's important to supervise the dogs and intervene if necessary to prevent any aggressive behavior from escalating. So, what can you do if your dog is staring at you? If the staring is a sign of affection, you can return the gaze and offer positive reinforcement such as petting or treats. If the staring is a request, you can respond to the request and provide what the dog is asking for. If the staring is a sign of aggression, it's important to remove the dog from the situation and provide positive reinforcement for calm and relaxed behavior. 8. Walking in circles before lying down. For some dogs, walking in circles is a way to create a cozy and comfortable sleeping spot. By walking in circles, dogs can flatten out the grass or bedding to create a comfortable spot to rest. This behavior is especially common in wild dogs and can be a remnant of their ancestry as a way to create a comfortable den. For other dogs, walking in circles before lying down can be a sign of anxiety or discomfort. If your dog is walking in circles and seems stressed or anxious, it may be a sign of an underlying medical condition or a need for more exercise and mental stimulation. So, what can you do to encourage your dog to settle down comfortably? If your dog is walking in circles due to anxiety or discomfort, it's important to consult with a veterinarian to rule out any underlying medical problems. Additionally, providing plenty of exercise and mental stimulation can help to reduce anxiety and promote relaxation. When it comes to encouraging your dog to settle down comfortably, it's also important to provide a cozy and comfortable sleeping spot. This can be a soft bed or blanket, or a designated area where your dog feels safe and secure. 9. Sniffing other dogs' butts. For us humans, sniffing butt is ugh. But for dogs, it's a way to say hello and gather information about their canine friends. When your dog greets another dog, they'll often sniff each other's butts as a way to learn more about each other. This is because the butt area contains a lot of information about the other dog, including their age, diet, health, and reproductive status. Sniffing butts is also a way for dogs to establish dominance or submission. By sniffing each other's butts, dogs can determine who is the alpha dog and who is more submissive. This helps to establish social hierarchy and maintain a peaceful relationship between dogs. However, if your dog is constantly sniffing other dogs' butts or seems overly interested in sniffing, it can be a sign of an underlying medical problem or a need for more exercise and mental stimulation. In these cases, it's important to consult with a veterinarian to rule out any medical issues and provide plenty of exercise and mental stimulation to help reduce anxiety and promote relaxation. 10. Thrashing his toys. Why does your dog love to thrash their toys? It's simple. They're having fun. When a dog thrashes their toys, they're simulating the act of hunting and killing their prey. This is a natural instinct for dogs and helps to fulfill their need for physical and mental stimulation. Thrashing toys also helps dogs to relieve stress and release pent-up energy. If your dog has a lot of energy and seems restless or destructive, providing them with toys to thrash can be a great way to help them release energy and feel more relaxed. So next time you see your dog thrashing their toys, don't worry, they're just having a good time. Encourage this behavior by providing plenty of toys and rotating them often to keep your dog engaged and entertained. Your dog will thank you for it. If you have any other questions about dogs, be sure to check out our video on the 10 most Googled questions about dogs.